Hello, this is Omni. Okay, this will be a quick primer on the archetype from Legacy known as Pox. We no longer run the namesake card, instead we run this one, Smallpox. More efficient version of the Dex card, but it's alright. Instead of Pox, we now have Toxic Deluge. This is one of the problems Pox had in the past. Too many creatures swarming the deck. So this version of the deck comes with Toxic Deluge and Snaring Bridge. So if we get overrun, we can deal with the problem. But this is a classic Pox build. However, in the past, some people would go down to 9 snow-covered swamps, or just 9 swamps, because they just want the utility of Castle Loch Thwain. However, in my testing, too many Castle Loch Thwains flood the board, and you end up drawing Castle Loch Thwains and not enough swamps. So I've changed this build to include just 1 Castle Loch Thwain, 1 Hive, and then 10 swamps. Maze of Ith is a standard card used in Pox, and it definitely works when you're not getting flooded. Baleful Mastery, a new card that deals with some of our tougher problems, like Marit Lage, Indestructible 2020, exiles it. This one exiles creatures and planeswalkers, so if there's a Jace troubling you, give him a card for it, pay 2. It's fine. Then there's my favorite. As you can see, I'm also a Sinkhole player. Denying mana for me has always been something I loved in the past. So some of you might not like that, but that's why you don't play Sinkhole. And so we're gonna go ahead and give it a run shot here. Let's do a league. Let's see what we get here. First round of the league. Let's get started. Here we go. It's good to go first in Pox. Let's see, 3 lands. This is a pretty strong hand to start with. Let's take a look at what we're dealing with. Oh, it looks like Delver with Uro. Oh boy. Taking rid of threats first is the typical approach for Delver, because they want to plant the threat and then protect it all day long. Let's see what happens turn 2. Reinforce is down. Let's attack their hand now. Ooh. This is interesting. Being able to shred your opponent's hand quickly with a Dark Ritual is a good idea. Alright. Him, because we can't Sinkhole or Mystery Reinforced. Wasteland and Island. Okay, that's all they have left. They're very likely going to Force of Will the following Sinkhole. No, they're just gonna hold out. No problem. can't dodge Smallpox with your fetch land. Stifle's gone. Okay, no problem. We're gonna have to crack it eventually because the board is getting too big for me. Delver. Very strong start here. Oh, they have another one. That's unfortunate. Gonna have to eat a hit here. Didn't flip. Okay, that's good. Ragavan is quite the problem for this deck. We'll probably end up discarding the Uro, which is fine. They have no lands. Oh, my mistake. No cards in hand. Oh, this is convenient. Let's empty this board. 2 life. Perfect. Let's keep going. Gotta wait. What's interesting about Pox is that its repeated spells are very redundant. You're just gonna run out of counter spells sometimes. Have to wait. Need 4 mana to activate the hive. That's a lot of land. Well, let's force them to break this wasteland. This is a land destruction deck, so losing something to wasteland is not a big deal usually. A lot of waiting. This is one of the parts of Pox some people don't like. At least any creature they play is going to hit the graveyard. Next turn. Smallpox is fine. Question is, do I keep the ritual? Probably not, I have plenty of lands here. So we don't need the ritual. This will hit 2 cards. Not ideal. You want to hit a creature with this to maximize your card advantage, but I'm losing 3 cards for his 2. Oh no, 2 for 2. 3 for 2, sorry. Smallpox counts as one of the cards. Shame we didn't get a wasteland yet. Looks like they ran out of gas. Oh no. Days, of course, days. Now they need to search for either more lands or a threat. Most likely a threat or a counterspell. Because they can just use the treasure as a substitute land or lotus petal. That redundancy. Let's dance. We'll be losing some cards, but we're built for this. Delver doesn't run basic, so they're very weak to our wastelands. Hero's back. That's fine. The waiting game. Hero returns. So we'll be sideboarding an extirpate to deal with this nonsense. She's gonna die next turn if I force a discard. So in this choice I would have to sacrifice her to deal with Uro. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3 Lilianas. Best to wait till after they commit to an attack. Some extirpate might not be necessary. The cage should be enough. Ashrock also helps with the fetch lands. And right now we don't need all the targets. One land can go. Swamp. And Nether Void. The deck isn't really a combo deck, so Nether Void's not necessary. Here we go. The enemy deck is a little slower, so we don't need the speed of Dark Ritual right away. But this one looks like a solid hand. Though I'd rather have 2 lands. We have multiple 1-drops in here we can keep. Drop the cage. When faced with a scenario such as this, 1 damage a few turns, I can deal with. I'd rather rip their hand to shreds. Or if it was a sinkhole, I would sinkhole the land. Because damaging land reveals usually more days. Okay. This is good, because we are a land killing deck. Now let's see if it's safe to... Let's get through this. Another land would be perfect for this scenario. So we wait. Excellent. Counterspell. Daze. Now it's a force of will that has to come out. Three dazes have already passed. We're online. Hard casting Brazen Borrower. On a flash. Unholy Heat, then a Brazen Borrower swing. We don't need the Toxic Deluge at this point. We're just going to take as many cards as we can. Danger for days. Let's see them do it. We've cut them off from red, so the lightning bolt in their hand is useless until they fetch it with a Misty Rainforest. Wait, so use it already. Delver. Brainstorm revealed, and they just drew it. They don't have red to activate their bolt, so we can try this. They're gonna try to dash game with Ragavan, which means I can't. Oh dear. That's okay. I don't have enough land to caster anyway. It's unfortunate, but casualties of war, I guess. Since I don't want to get lightning bolted. Oh wait. I can attack. His land is tapped. Oh wait. Treasure token. There's a lightning bolt danger. So we'll deal with that later. Oh. Don't worry, Shay, I'll get back to you later. Or I guess he'll deal with the Graftinger's Cage later. So we can play his land. I'll have to get rid of the new one. In scenarios such as this, Dystopia would have been the best bet, but I don't have it in the sideboard for the current build that we have here. Fend off the bleeding a little bit. But with closest there, not much we can do at this point unless we could empty the graveyards. Well, this point would pretty much be a lost cause. And that's the game. Not the best showing for a first round, but he's not what we need for dealing with this guy. Since it can't be destroyed conventionally, we would need to consider Dystopia if this appears again in our matches. And that's it for the first round. Next round for later.